Hello everybody, how y'all doing? That didn't work. Stream Deck? Nope, hang on, there we go, that worked. Now it's working. The fuck? Press buttons on my Stream Deck. It's like, I'm not gonna do the thing. Can't make me. Scuff already. How are y'all doing? Hopefully we're all having a lovely insert time of day here. Ah, yes. Time to hydrate. In that case, I'll start the game up, so you can all watch the Persona intro together while I hydrate. What? There was a thing? There was a thing? What thing? There was a creepy thing. I didn't see anything? Was it this related to the creepy thing that's been happening a lot lately? Whatever that weird video that keeps popping up is. Yems. Fuck. Still don't know what the hell that thing is. It just keeps showing up. So, It is very creepo beepo, you're not wrong. Also, hi Arte, how you doing? We're back with more Persona 1. Feels like it's gonna take me all year to finish this one game. Hence the stream title. Oh, I may have made a mistake. I don't know. Just a feeling that I get, right? Anyway. I think we're up to the creepy forest. I was like legitimately trying to remember earlier. I was like, where am I up to Persona 1? I've never played this game before, but I remember doing some stuff, and then there was like the forest. I think I walked onto a tile and it was like, oh, look at this icon on the map. It's got like a full like rotating arrow, and I was like, oh, that seems bad. I'm way too tired to deal with this shit. Ended the stream. Happy Axeman? Happy Axeman's still around. Alright. Lost Forest. Yeah, creepy forest. I did remember correctly. Did I remember the circle thing, or was I that drunk that I have... Drunk? That tired that I hallucinated. Yes, that drunk. Good job, Abby. That's a dead end anyway. That is a giant pink worm. Dude, watch out for FOE. Fuck. I mean, not the right series, but still, nobody wants to deal with FOE. Nobody wants to deal with FOE. I don't remember what FOE stands for now. It's been that long since I've played an Etrian Odyssey game. I'm like, what was it? Yeah, like, that's what I was thinking. I was like, isn't it Latin? Boy, has it been a long time. F-O-E, 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 F-O-E. Good song. Alright, it was like a whole thing I did to skip the animations. Most of the attacks. Formido, Orfug Natura, Exequens in the United States. Phodus, Obrapid, Arabundus in Europe, or Field on Enemy in Japan. Okay, Japan. You keep doing your... I played a tiny bit of Persona Q, which is Etrian Odyssey inspired. Look. The thing that I always like to point out to people when they go, "Oh, you enjoyed dungeon crawling JRPG games, you should totally try out Etrian Odyssey," is I'm like, I have played Etrian Odyssey. You can't make me go back. I'm joking. I probably could be convinced at some point to go back. I might make that like a challenge for all of you at some point to make me subjected to the complete and utter bullshit that is Etrian Odyssey. And I say complete and utter bullshit with the most amount of enjoyment for the bullshit that it is that I can possibly muster. But holy fuck, one of the things that someone pointed out to me, which I'd never actually seen because I didn't get like... Okay, so with Final Fantasy and some other games, I will get deep. I will go and actually do the optional super bosses and stuff like that. I went and looked up one of them. I can't remember if it's from Etrian Odyssey 2 or if it's from Etrian Odyssey 3. But you go and look up the optional super boss for this thing, and it's literally... It's script, like... Here is an exercise for the viewer to do in their own time, if they would like. Go and look up the combat scripting for Omega and Shinryu from Final Fantasy V. And you'll find that they have a very sort of if this then this structure to their programming. Like they'll go, oh, I will go for one of these attacks first, and then after that I will go for one of these attacks, and then if this is happening I will do this, and if this is happening I'll do this. And you can do stuff like God, I can't think of the boss's name now in Final Fantasy V, where if your party is floating because it likes to spam Earthquake, it will do 100 times gravity on your 100 Gs, or whatever the attack's called, 1000 Gs, and try and drop you to the ground. But if you have reflect rings on, you can't be dropped to the ground, so every one of its turns it'll go, I'm going to drop you to the ground, fail, I'm going to drop you to the ground, fail, I'm going to drop you, because you can abuse the AI. Then you go and look up, like, one of the optional super bosses for Etrian Odyssey, and like I said, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3, I think both of them are bad. And the like, AI script for it is like, oh, they programmed, like, 100 turns straight of it will follow exactly these actions, unless these specific variations are happening on that turn, in which case, it instead of picking option 1, it'll do option 2 on that turn, and it's like 100 turns straight of just bullshit that this thing throws at you. Where it's like, oh, if you're on turn 20 and you don't have all of your party at full health with this buff up, your party will die. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck? And then I watched a video of someone do it. It's like, oh yeah, this fight takes like an hour and a half. And I've got it running at 2 times speed. And I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to ever do anything like that ever in my life. I like fighting optional super bosses, but no, I don't want to do homework for an optional super boss. Sorry, no. How you doing, Prem? Hope you're having a lovely insert time of day here. Fuck everything about that. Like, legitimately, if you're curious, go and look it up. It's just like, no. No, why would you? Okay, so plead worked to begin with, but now it's not working. How about lie? Oh, I just made it angry. Oh, hydrate, cool. You aren't doing your stream homework? That's fair. You can't make me do video game homework, and I'm not going to make you do stream homework. I can, though, make you stream Homework, the album by Daft Punk, because it's great. But I can't make you do stream... You know what, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stop talking now. About that, at least. I'm not going to stop talking completely. That would make for a horrible stream. Also, thank you for the hydrates, Prem. And then you'll listen to Homework on the way to work tomorrow. Good. Look, if I can enact any sort of change on society, it'd be that people listen to amazing music and enjoy themselves. Listen to Homework on the way home from work. On the way to work. Zog zog. More work. Righto. Work. Something you're doing? Work, work, your job, job. Ah, good old job, job. Look, I know I've got like the hyperspeed animations on for combat, but holy fuck was the combat taking way too long in this game in general. I was just gonna turn it on for grinding, and then I'm like, I'll just have it on for everything except boss fights, just to make the boss fights more interesting. Because this game has a absurd amount of grinding in it, to be perfectly honest. And even then, I'm not doing it right. By which I mean, I do the grinding, and then not all my party levels up because not all my party does damage. And I'm like, why are you like this game? Why are you so full of hate? Why do you hate Mark so much? Huh? Is it the beanie? Is that why you hate Mark so much? P1, P2 style battles be kind of long-winded. They are incredibly long-winded. And like, it doesn't help that you don't have like any control over like the skills and stuff when you're fusing personas and things like you have in some of like the later games and everything. Like, I don't mind ones where you like queue up all your actions, because they do that in some of the earlier Final Fantasy games and stuff like that. And in those, it's typically fine. It's just more the fact that this game kind of is like, you know what? Everything takes a really long time, and you don't have good ways of hitting weakness that often, because we didn't really plan for that to be a thing that people wanted to do in this game. So, suck it up and don't do that. Just, you know, hope that you don't get your damage reflected on you. And then you come up against stuff like the angels, and they're immune to all magic. And it's like, we're weak to physical and gunshots, but we're sitting right at the back of the party with a whole bunch of stuff in front of us that reflects gunfire. And you're like, who hurt you? Game designers, who hurt you? I get it. It's the Megami Tensei series. It's supposed to be hard. It's supposed to be to use the joke that the internet does all the time. Haha, it's the Dark Souls of JRPGs. As much as that's a dumb joke and it's overused as hell. I don't think the joke's particularly unfunny. I think it was good when people started doing it initially. I just think it's just overused now. And then you're like, oh, okay, sure. And then it's like, the difficulty's arbitrary because you can't pick the skills to your personas. You don't have like the one more system or press turn system at all. And also your party levels up in a funky fashion that nobody in their right mind would call good. Nobody. Nobody like okay. Let's talk about it, right, while I'm exploring this dungeon, trying to work out where the hell I need to go. Pokemon uses a weird leveling system, or used to, where it's like, oh, only the Pokemon that participate in battle get any EXP. It's like, sure, but all the fights are one-on-one, so that makes sense. Up to a point. Like, that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. It's, you're rewarded for actually taking part in combat. Sure. And then you have this game where it's like, oh, everyone's rewarded for taking part in combat. So, because they're all in the field at once. But you're rewarded for a weird system combined between how much damage you dealt. So if you can have a persona with AoE skills, you get a lot of EXP. Like, I just did one-shotting all of those things. And everyone else gets the same amount for just participating. So there you can see that's the kind of participation amount of EXP. And then Avros got 2105 because he killed all the stuff. So which means he did all of the damage for starters. As well as he actually got the death blow and everything. So majority of the EXP goes to Avros. It's like, okay. So if I'm unlucky or run the wrong fights or fuse the wrong personas or anything like that, I'm just going to end up with most of my party underleveled, and I need to use the negotiation on all of my party members to recruit demons. I can't just go, you know what, Mark's a really low level, I can't recruit anything with him. I'm not going to use any of his recruitment skills on any of these demons at all. I'll just use Avros because he's the highest level, which means I'll be able to pick up any demons I want to my party, and that'll be perfectly fine. There'll never be a problem. And then the game's like, no. Mark's the only one that has... I forget even what skills he's got off the top of my head. He's the only one that has this one particular skill that makes the demons want to join you, so... Gee, I sure hope you didn't neglect grinding levels for him to rank up. And you're like, kinda did, because I'm trying to do everything I can to get through all these battles in a reasonable time frame. Because nobody wants to sit here forever being like, ah yes, I'm going to drag out this battle where the enemies have skills that could lock down my party members so I can't do anything. For half an hour just to eke out the most amount of damage and kills I can at a Mark, so that he can get as much EXP as possible to catch up levels. No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that. And if they are going to do that, I have serious questions about, like, how they enjoy spending their time. I was going to be like, I have serious questions about their mental health. No, it's fine. You know, you do you. But I have serious questions about, like, what do you do in your spare time other than grind fights in video games forever and enjoy taking massive risks for no discernibly good reason? Just because you can. I mean, like, look at this. I am just on auto, and most of my party got hit by bind, so couldn't do anything. And I might just get a game over here in a second, because the game's just decided to keep spamming bind on me, and I can't really do anything about it. Like... I'm kind of just stuck being like, ah, yes, I would like to not die. And the game's like, well, I'd prefer if you did die. And I'm like, well, I believe we're at an impasse game. And the game's like, I don't care. You can just get fucked if you prefer. And I'm like, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. I'd rather not have two of my party members be chronically underleveled because they take the most damage from everything, and all the personas I've used I can't give to them because they're bad and they're not compatible with the personas I've been making. And I think Mark is like 6 levels behind everybody else now. Just at a rough guess, if I remember correctly. And it's like, cool, it's fine. Let's see here, 32, 30, still behind me. Nanjo is 5 levels behind, Mark is 5 levels behind, and Brown is only 4 levels behind. So none of them are 6 levels, but hey, one more person than I thought is significantly underleveled, because it's only 2 of my party members that are at a reasonable level. And like I said, like, hey, we've learned how to do better leveling systems in RPGs because we've realized things like this, not fun. And I get it, right? Like, you can find the line between challenge and difficulty and enjoyment, but some of those times when you play stuff like this, you're kind of reminded why, like, nobody talks about this game. Like, it came out on the PlayStation 1 at a contemporary time period, and no one talks about Persona 1. Like, it's not like it's a terrible game, but nobody talks about Persona 1. And I think, like, some of the, like, really glaring flaws is a big part of the reason why, because people are just like, I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want to talk to people about this game and be like, look, it's really good, the story's good, it's the birth of the Persona series, you know, you should go and check it out. Fair warning, the leveling system sucks, the monsters can just outright kill you, and I hope you pack a guide for how to actually recruit any of the demons, because the system to actually talk to them to make them want to join your party is needlessly obtuse. It's just like, you know what, I'm not going to bother at that point. And I'm not saying that like in a I regret my decisions, why am I playing this game thing, because I'm having fun playing it. It's just like, when I finish it, am I ever going to play it again? Fuck no. But I'm going to be able to be like, well, I played through it once, and I know where the Persona series started. Which is a weird brag to be able to have, but hey. Here we are. Enjoying my suffering, I hope. I also don't like with this isometric combat, right? Like, you have to... Definitely hasn't aged the best. No, it really hasn't. I dislike with the isometric combat, though, as well, that you set up your party into a specific formation. It takes an entire turn to change where they're located on the field if you want to change, like, your party layout for some reason. But also, and here's a great example, my sword attack can only reach to those few squares. My gun can reach to those squares. If you use like a single target skill, it can target everything. Multi-targets can target everything. But then like some of your other attacks, it's like, oh yeah, you can only attack here. And it's like, okay, what if I want to like take one step to the right to be next to brown and you're in the formation screen and the game goes, stand next to another member of your party? Are you mad? That square is the designated you can't stand here space. And I'm like, why though? Why can't I use this entire grid for my party and put people next to each other and maximize the amount of coverage they've got with their melee attacks and stuff like that? And the game's like, no. Why would you want to use the entire battlefield? You stand in your clearly defined squares and no one's allowed to stand next to you. It's like, what? It's like, okay, the combat's arbitrary, the skill system's whatever, the EXP's like whatever, like I'm saying, and everything like that. And then it's like, oh, and now we're just going to put additional restrictive things on top of that to make it harder for you to play the game how you might want to. And at that point, I'm kind of like, pick a fucking lane. So yeah, like legitimately battle formation. Let's look at data 3. Edit. I want to move. Can't put him in that square because there's a like light yellow square there in all these squares around Mark. This one, and this one where you can't put somebody. It's like, because look at the attack range on this sword. It's like, oh yeah, it's like a sort of like ziggurat shape. It's like, okay, he should be like in the middle, but at the same time, this has got like a W shape to attack with, so it's like it can reach further out to the side, so he's better in the middle. And I'm like, okay, well that means now I can only melee attack those 5 squares. I'm losing like half of my thing. I want to put him here so he can strike most of the battlefield. And it's like, nah. Nope. Can't do that. Why? The game says no. No one's allowed to stand next to each other. They must all be 5 feet apart in their designated squares because we're playing Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition and you don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity from your own party members. Or something stupid. I'm gonna stop complaining. I just realized what I've done is just been like, man, this game has some like serious flaws. I stand by everything I've said, but I probably shouldn't just complain about everything. The thing is, it's just dungeon crawling at the moment. There's nothing interesting going on. Seriously, some of these enemy formations as well feel like they're deliberately set up to maximize their ability to hit everything on your party, and you're like, well, okay, I could change party formation all the time, but like that's an entire turn of combat, like I said, so it's kind of like, it's not worth it. Anyway. Just wish that it was a little bit nicer. Just like, there's just a few quality of life things, and just maybe it's stuff that I'm not looking at the instruction book and you read into it and it goes, no, they need range to swing their melee weapons around next to them and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, sure, you know, the guy with the axe doesn't want any of his friends staying next to him in case, you know, they get axe murdered by him by accident. I'm like, sure, okay, why not? It's not that stupid. I've heard stupider things. But it just seems arbitrary. I do find it funny, though, that a lot of the early like melee slot weapons I got for a character for Maki was a bow. So like her regular attack is a ranged attack, and then it's like, oh, what's the range on the bow? Oh, you can put her right in the back row and she can hit the entire enemy side of the field. Okay, what's her gun? Oh, it's a pistol. It can only shoot like 2 squares in front of her. And it's like, so her best spot is either right at the very back of combat or right at the very front. And considering you got 4 other people with melee weapons in the party, it's like, well, I'm just gonna put her at the back because, you know, that's not gonna shaft anybody else in the party. I'm getting this weird feeling that I'm gonna make it to the very end of this game and get into combat with the final boss, and everyone else except for Avros is gonna die because they're severely underleveled, and I'm gonna have to like solo it. And I don't know, that doesn't sound particularly fun. But I get solo XP. I'm getting plenty of it already, as it is, because I'm the only person with like a decent level and the ability to use whatever personas I want, so I'm getting all the EXP already as it is. Also, I'm still confused, and I'm not sure about this. Maybe it's something I need to look into a bit more to figure it out. But it's weird how like some of the skills, and it's not even like fire and stuff like that. It's like these ones did Eternal Light, I think the skill was called. And it's like, oh, it hit Maki, so she took some damage, and then at the end of combat for every round, she's going to take like chip damage from it, but there's no indicator that she's got a like status ailment or anything like that. It's not like there's like a poison icon on her, because there is poison in this game. It's just like, no, she's just taking chip damage all the time, and you kind of look at it and you go, from what? How am I supposed to deal with this status ailment? Like, how am I supposed to even know it's on them when there's no icon or anything other than they're taking chip damage every turn, and there's no icon to like base it off? Like the downstairs is the down level, so you were like, oh, someone got down leveled, I need to use the thing that restores their level as the curative. And then this one is just like, no, they're just taking chip damage, and you're like, why? So yeah. Doesn't make me think, because I was talking to somebody recently about Persona 5 Royal. I was talking about this game specifically because they were asking about how the game was going, and I was like, yeah, it's fine. I'm having fun with it. Like, I'm not like actively upset that I have to play it or anything like that. It's just, you know, I like finding interesting observations about games that I play, and that's a pretty good one for this one. The EXP system is pretty bad. The other one I was talking about in this is the demon recruitment system, where it's so convoluted. I looked up a guide, came back to stream, was like, ah yes, I know how this works on my next stream, and then still failed at it repeatedly. Because 5 characters, 4 options each, 20 different options for how to recruit a demon. Which ones do you pick? Oh, I'll pick this one. That increased their eagerness. Cool, I'll pick it again. The game goes, no, it doesn't work a second time. You're like, wait, what? Why didn't that work? Anyway. Yeah, and they were like, oh, you know, it seems like one of those old school game mechanics that they got better at with time. And I'm like, they really did, because they, you know, hey, look at Persona 5, look at Persona. I'm gonna say 3, but 3 doesn't have the demon recruitment system, and I mean 5 does, 4 doesn't, 3 doesn't. I guess just Persona 5, or I guess look at SMT 4. This is gonna be cool if they fleshed it out more. Well, I mean, okay, go and look at how the Persona 5 recruitment system works, or have a look at how it works in Persona 4, and No, it never boils down to chance. Like, the system in this game is the same. The problem is there's too many options, right? And I'll explain. I'll wait for the next combat I get into, and I'll explain exactly what I'm talking about. Because this one, they convoluted. So I'm not going to be able to recruit anything here. But if we have a look, right, at this Nozuchi, it's a... it's not showing anything. I have to switch info. No, I have to go into the talk. It's not analyze. Hang on. Yeah, so if you have a look, its traits are foolish, gloomy, and snappish. So there's two different versions of how you work with those traits, right? Like, if it's foolish, you might want to pick stuff that plays into it being foolish and play along with it, or actively negate it. The problem is because this one's got 3 different tags on it, and a lot of the stuff this game has between 1 to 3. I don't think I've seen anything with 4 yet. You have to work out which ones to play around, and if, like... I didn't look into it too hard. I just looked up, like, which one of those gauges up the top left do I need to fill it. It's just every single demon is max out eager. So I think, like, some of the actions your party has count for multiple accesses, and then it's like, oh, if they're foolish, gloomy, and snappish, and you're doing something cheerful, you're playing against, like, gloomy and snappish, so it's not going to work. It'll make them possibly more angry, sort of thing. And then you have to pay attention to the phase of the moon. If you're on, like, anything that's not new or full moon, it's just played straight. And then I think on new moon it's completely flipped, and on the full moon it does something different as well, off the top of my head. And then because each character has 4 options each, which is 20 different things you can pick from, you're like, you've got 20 options that have to play into whatever those traits are on it. You have to pay attention to the phases of the moon, and then make sure that you're not picking anything wrong. And then, like I said, I did, like, bribe on a character or brag on a character into a demon in one of the previous streams, and it was like, eager went up, eager went up. I did it the 3rd time, and happiness went up. I did it another time, and happiness went up. It just stopped increasing eager in the middle of combat for some reason. And it's the fact that it's arbitrary like that is where you go, well, this just makes this harder than it needs to be. Like... it doesn't need to be that complex. And that's where, like I said, Persona 5, it's like, oh, this demon is sad. So, you know, play into its sadness. Like, try not to be too happy, sort of thing. You're okay. And then the demon asks you a question, and then it's a series of answers. And I played through Persona 5 Royal. I don't think I failed the demon negotiation more than maybe once or twice my entire playthrough when I played through it the first time. Because... once you get used to it, you know, oh, this demon's sad, and there's an option there which is like, yeah, you know, life really sucks, and, you know, people should be allowed to spend time to just be sad about stuff. And it's like, that's the correct answer. It's like, cool, you know, like, you can work it out. Whereas in this one, it's like, oh, it's just arbitrary. You just open up a notebook and write down, okay, what demons have we got here? Oh, there's a Vidofna, or whatever it's called. What's this thing called? Nozuchi. Okay, so for the Nozuchi, I've tried this one. No, it didn't work. Okay, I tried this one. Yes, it did work, but it only worked for the first 2 times I used it to increase it. Okay, what's the other demons? What is the other action I need to use? Because there's 20 options. You just have to run into the same demon at least 20 times to try every single option to find out if it works. And at that point, that's why I'm like, just get a guide. Like, if you were going to do it seriously and you weren't trying to play through as much of the game blind as possible, just get a guide, because there's no point in doing all that, working it out for yourself, because it's just going to take you so much additional time and effort to try and, like, find all of that out for yourself. It's just like, it's not really worth it. No one's going to begrudge you saving yourself some amount of time grinding. I mean, some people would, because, you know, some people are super elitist about that stuff. But... yeah. Anyway. I think the perfect example of how it all works is this game comes after Digital Devil's Story Megami Tensei on the Famicom, and its sequel, which I can never remember what the sequel's called, but it's also just Megami Tensei something. Might even be just Megami Tensei 2 on the Famicom. And then I want to say SMT 1's on the SNES. think SMT2 was also on the Super Nintendo. And then some other spin-offs like Demi Kids and some other stuff like that in between. I want to say like a handful, maybe like 8 to 10 games by Atlas in the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. And the first one on the Famicom has a demon negotiation and recruitment system that is easier to use than this game, which came out significantly later. Because I've played that. I actually streamed some of Megami Tensei forever ago. And it's like, you talk to a demon, you go, I want to recruit you, but it goes, I don't like you. Give me some marker. And you're like, okay, here's some marker. And it goes, I still don't like you. Give me some of your health. And you're like, okay. And it's like, okay, I've had some of your health as a marker. I want a gem. And the gems in Megami Tensei are Phoenix Downs, for lack of a better way of putting it. They literally bring people back to life for your two main party members, which are the two humans in your party. So they're really super rare, and you can be like, sure, and then the demon can just arbitrarily decide, no, I've got enough stuff, I don't need to deal with you anymore, peace, and just fuck off, which Cerberus did to me a lot in that game. He'd be like, I want some marker, cool, here's some marker. I want some of your yen, okay, here's some yen. I want some of your life force, here's some life force. Okay, bye, and just leaves, and you're like, wow, you're a dickhead. But like, that system where it's just like, and you can tell, because the demons have alignments in that, like, if a demon's evil, it's more likely to do bad stuff if you keep giving it things, whereas the good demons will typically ask you for less, and if they do, it's more to be like, yeah, I want a few things just before I join your party, sort of thing. Like, angels won't ask for as much, but like Cerberus or like ghosts and stuff will be jerks, and they'll run away after you give them a bunch of things and stuff like that. But like, that demon recruitment system, to me, makes more sense than pick one of 20 options at random and hope for the best. Oh, wait, you're like the exact opposite of Aki, because you're dressed in white instead of black. That's crazy. Who's there? Isn't it the ghost who showed up in the Historical Society? Are you friends with that brat in black? But... no. Ah! Now, don't cry. Are you little Mai? Yes? Whoa. Half moon-shaped compact. Looks a lot like mine. That must be the castle's key. But who are these children? Mai, do you know that girl, Aki? Is she a friend of yours? No, she's not my friend. She's Mai. She's the bad Mai. Where? What? What does that mean? Wait, they have the same ribbon in their hair as Maki. Wait, are these supposed to be like the good aspect and the evil aspect of Maki sort of thing? I was so lonely. That's when Kandori came. And she came out of me and left with Kandori. She knows Kandori isn't our real daddy. So she's a separate personality that split off. That compact. It's my treasure. Grants wishes. I use it to make this town. This is a single gingerbread house. No, wait, that's... wow, you're like a magical girl. I can never use those compacts myself. Oh, brown. Can I use the compact to catch Aki and Kandori or send everyone home? No, Aki took half of it. Maybe she's using the other half to do mean things. I wish to just get cancelled out. That's how come I'm hiding in here. We can't get to Kandori without it. Can we borrow it for a while? No, you can't. That's what Kandori wants. Oh, you shouldn't hide like this. Why not? Might I be safe if I hide here? I don't really know. Yeah, Russ, isn't the time. What? Yeah, what? What do you mean this isn't the time for jokes? We got transported into a weird parallel dimension where there's demon powers by a machine that a guy was using to summon demons into our own world after I was like, you know what? I don't know if I should pull this lever and kill him or not, and just literally relied on random chance. And then in the end, I didn't do anything and was like, I'm just gonna let this guy die. And then it's like, haha, he's not gonna die. An evil spirit's gonna show up and teleport you to an alternate dimension. And I'm fighting my way through this the whole entire time going, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then it's like, oh, yeah, am I gonna be safe if I hide in here? I'm like, I don't fucking know. Do I look like I understand the rules of this well? It's like, quit joking around over us. Just because I'm a JRPG adventurer doesn't mean that I know everything, alright? Jesus fucking Christ. Hiding from your problems won't solve them. You have to meet them head on. Why? Why are you all trying so hard? Oh, this is the alignment check. Okay, I see, I see. This be the chaos versus law ending stuff. Just cause. Good game series, Just Cause. We don't have time for this philosophical crap. Get back to our world and save someone. Come on, please let us borrow that thing. From the looks of it, she's already dead? Hell no, she's alive for sure. Look, anyway. What are you all living for? Isn't it painful? What? That's one heavy question. That is a fucking heavy question. What about you, mister? What are you living for? To find my reason. Yeah, that's right. Listen to this guy. There's fun stuff in life if you look for it. Everus, is that really what you meant to say to Mai? Yes. Okay, then I'm going to stay here. You can't have my compact. I'm sorry. Going nowhere. We're begging you here. We're begging you here. Please let us borrow it. What? I'm gonna have to give you a spanking. Got it? No, I don't want that. Or say a sumo mom. We're getting teleported out. Oh god, what the fuck? That is a big ass teddy bear. Help me, Mr. Bear. First a robot, now a stuffed bear. Hate to do this, but we have no choice. Alright. Cool, what's the bear called? It's just Mr. Bear. Alright, cool. Try miracle damage on it, I guess. And fire. And you're gonna drop the defense. And you're gonna try gravity and wind. That was not the damage noise I expected to hear from this bear. It's Teddy from that game. Oh, that's not Teddy. Teddy's from Persona 4, and he's the giant blue teddy bear that says, Berry all the time. Whereas the one that you're thinking of is Monokuma, who's half black and half white from Dang It Grandpa. I mean, Danganronpa. I figured that's who you meant, but I wanted to make a Dang It Grandpa joke. I mean, it's not much of a joke, but you know, it's still funny. Watch him reflect the ice because he was weak to, weak to fire. Good old Monokuma. Wow, resist physical, I think, because that only did 16. That's supposed to be heavy damage. Don't heal yourself. That's completely understandable. My brain doesn't work out well. I mean, what? Don't I have one of them? That's what I want. Crimson Sublation. Agalau. Chucky have anything fire related? Sonny has a good Eisen Miller. Oh, why it is heavy miracle damage. Oh, raises magical allies. Okay. Oh yeah, let's shoot it. See if we can't silence it with gunfire. Oh, was not the noise I was expecting to hear out of this thing, like, at all. Oh wait, it's weak to guns. That's not a drum roll, you just spun your arm around. Crimson Sublation. Not enough SP, okay. Makakaja, gunfire, and gunfire. Oh! I'll let new Pally in the new deep dungeon. This is a poor choice. Yes, yes, it was. First step to admitting you have a problem. First step to overcoming your problems is admitting you have a problem, Maxine. Your problem is, oh god, I shouldn't have learned Paladin in the new deep dungeon. Yeah, get him with the fire. Okay, bye, Brown. You got one shot by a fire attack. You will be missed. Question mark. Look at this. This is apparently a drum roll, just spinning its arm around in circles. Diorama. Revival bead. Shoots gun. Yo, shotgun. Mark out here with the old shotgun to the face trick. It's pretty effective from all accounts. I still find it funny, right? He's got a shotgun, he pumps it and fires once, and it hits like one time. You've got the guy with the, you know, Uzi, which is apparently an MP5, if I remember correctly, for what they've got equipped at the moment, but it looks like an Uzi, so whatever. That hits multiple times, that makes sense. But then you got Nanjo, who fires his hunting rifle at it, or Marky, who fires a single arrow, and it's like, oh, it hits multiple times. It's like, why doesn't the shotgun hit multiple times, game? That seems unfair. Auto replay. This boss fight's going pretty well. Oh no, I killed the teddy bear. Its head came off. Again, speaking of the massive experience deficit on other people in the party. 31k to Avaros. Like, really? How many levels did I get there? 2 levels. Cool. 1 more point and I've maxed out dexterity. And then I'll be the dodgiest person around. As in I can dodge attacks. I'm totally above board. Don't take that out of context. No, Mr. Bear, he's dead. What? No one will be my friend. You're so mean. She disappeared. I feel like we did something bad to her. No wonder she's a magical girl. That was a close call. Still feel kind of bad for her. Well, what was I supposed to do? I didn't think of this go this far. What's that on the floor? Is it the compact? Whoa, it's Mice Compact. obtained compact half. I must have dropped it. Feels kind of wrong, but we should borrow it. Grant any wish, right? Why don't you have it send us to the castle? But yeah, give it a try, Miss Owl. Okay, how did it go? Erusea Simamom. Nothing happened. There's always a catch. The child must be the only one who can use it. Well, you have to hoof it back to the castle. Okay, we found it as unpowered to end up in there and realize the stances I will not royal authority. Look, that's completely fair. A warrior, a dark knight, and a summoner. What a good party. You're a Hilden? Nice. I feel like I wasn't supposed to beat up Mr. Bear. I feel like there was another option there. I also feel like I don't particularly care. These are the options I've made, so now I gotta stick with them. Eventually, the Sonic keep him alive to res. Fair enough. What's Kobold's weak to again? Wind. I'm trying to escape. Damn it. Trying to drop rocks on me. What is this shit? Yeah, get shot. Stupid kobolds. Replay. I thought all guns in this game were basically the same. But those things are weak to the shotgun and not any of the other guns there, so that's weird. There we go. I keep forgetting I'm on the wrong persona. Any of these yet? 31. Should be able to, I think. 35. I got 3 levels from that boss fight, and everyone else got like 1. What the fuck, game? Okay. That doesn't make any sense. I'm angry now. I said to that thing, I was like, okay, I think I've got the right stuff. You know, I'm gonna hit it with the whatever action I was using. And it was the right one. I got the eager all the way up, and it's like, what do you want? I was like, I want a spell card. And it's like, no, you're too weak. I grow weary of you. I'm like, how am I too weak? I'm level 35. You're level 31. I should be able to recruit you. I guess it's based on whatever the lowest level in your party is, not what level the person interacting with that enemy is, which means that the leveling system of this is even worse than I thought. Like, that seems like an oversight, if you ask me. There they are. Shoot him up. I have to look that up, because if it is based on whatever the lowest level in your party is, or something like that, for what demons you can recruit, I am screwed. Stick to guns. Start shooting, boys. I was about to say, Makara can't reflect magic. I'm gonna shoot you. Why do you need to reflect magic? Persuade. Sing. Bite. Taunt. Flattle. Okay. Crab walking through the subway. Persuade. Invite. Brag. Jerk. Pick up. Startle. Okay. None of those worked. Wow, that killed that real fast. Undead are weird in Final Fantasy. In JRPGs. In Final Fantasy, it's like, yeah, they're basically regular enemies, they're just weaker to fire and healing magics. In this one, you run into like stuff that's like undead, and you're like, oh yeah, so they're weak to fire, and it's like, no, they're weak to like miracle and holy damage. And fire is just like normally effective on them, and you're like, that doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but you know, you're the expert. Alright, I have to put the skip back on. It's like, why is this taking so long? I'm like, alright. Wow. So far out of position, I can't attack it at all. I thought some of this stuff's weak to weird as well. Like, I think it was weak to melee and gun. And I shot up with a gun, and then it's like, no, it was the wrong kind of gun. It's not actually weak to it. It's like, what? Alright. I need to take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I was mildly curious about the whole demon recruitment stuff. Hey, that sounds great. I pressed the button. There we go. Yeah, I was curious about all the demon recruitment stuff, about whether or not it's tied to like the lowest level in your party, like I was saying. And so I went and did like a quick check, try and work it out. And turns out none of the guides I could find says anything about it. So that's interesting. I don't know why that demon just decided to say no to me unless my list of demons is full and I need to go to the Velvet Room. At least I remember to call it Velvet Room this time and not the Cathedral of Shadows like I keep saying, which is SMT, not Persona. One thing I did find is that there is a list of events in this game that people incorrectly say affect the ending for a bunch of them. They're like, oh, if you don't rescue the nurse that's underneath the vending machine in the hospital right at the start, then that affects what ending you're gonna get. And it doesn't. Thank you, John. Hope you're having a lovely time yourself. It's good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. What was I saying? Oh, right. Yeah, go back on I'll get back and try in a second. Hang on. My brain's just rebooting. Oh, right. Yeah, the nurse in the hospital. People like, oh, yeah, if you don't save her from being trapped under the vending machine, you get the bad ending. And then some other people like, no, it's got nothing to do with it. That has no effect on it. And none of the rest of the stuff that people keep talking about have any effect on if you get the good ending or the bad ending. And I was like, okay. And it's like, yeah, there's literally one thing in this entire game that affects which ending you get. I was like, that's interesting. What thing is it that affects whether or not you get the good ending or bad ending? Walkthrough. And it's like, if you answer the questions wrong in the gingerbread hut when you're talking to Mai, that locks you into the good ending or the bad ending. That's it. It's the only thing in the entire game that affects what ending you get. I was like, why are you like this, Persona 1? So, just rip off that band-aid. I did the wrong thing, and I have since saved. And I'm not going back to my other save files, because they're all really old now, just so I can get the good ending to this game. So, we're going to get the bad ending, and we're just going to have to live with it. Which I'm mostly saying to convince myself, because I'll check next time I get to a save point, but I'm pretty sure I've been saving the main save over and over again for a while now, which means if I have to go back, I'd have to go back a long way. And I do not feel like doing that in the slightest. Also, I'm glad to hear that you're having a fantastic holiday, Jan. Continue to enjoy it. We're just all gonna have to accept that Abby made a massive fuck up, and we're gonna see the bad ending. It does turn out though that the other decisions, what they gatekeep you from, is unlocking people in your party other than the main characters, ultimate personas, which I didn't realize was a thing from this early on, but I guess it was. But the way the ultimate personas work is the persona that they start with. So in this one, they don't get any other personas. Some of the other games. Sorry, in this one they get other personas. Some of the other ones they don't. They just get stuck with the one persona the entire game. And so the way that works for those ones is they're stuck with the one persona, it levels up, it continues to get new skills and stuff for a while, and eventually it caps out. And then an event happens in the game and it's like, ah yes, you helped me overcome my weakness. My persona's going to evolve, and it evolves into a new persona and gets better stats, new skills, etc, etc, so on and so forth. In this one it's the same, except they can have other personas equipped and their personas level up horrendously slowly. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that the Persona EXP is very, very slow. Which is not great. And when they get their ultimate personas, it's at like level 54 for their persona. So like, if you have a look, some of these personas need like 11k XP to level up. That's Marky's, for example, which is not even her default one, so I don't have it equipped. But her default one is level 18. And if I made the right decision so that she could get a persona evolution, I'd have to get hers, I think it was to like level 67 or something. It's like, that's not happening. It's just not gonna happen. He's had the same persona on all game, Ogun. It's level 5. Apparently Mark's persona's evolution is at like level 53 or something. It's like, that's an absurd amount of grinding just to get a persona upgrade. Like, no. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nope. I don't want to fight you. God damn it. Now they're gonna make me. Hi, Mama. Thank you for the Mega Hydrate. I'm gonna go away for a while. Bye, everybody. I got sent into the abyss, and Mama's just happy about it. Okay, bye again. The Mega Bunk got upgraded too. It throws more items from a little while ago. So I haven't gone just for a little while yet. Okay, I'm back. Oh god, no. Mama, no. Why? Why so many slippers? What did I do wrong? There's a reason why that one costs 2,000, because it's a lot of slippers. Like, look at that. It's still going. The road just entertainment. That's bad. The best kind of entertainment. Punishing your children. I mean, what? I'm joking, obviously, for the purposes of entertainment. Also, because I actually redeemed it. Hang on. That one. That one. Meow. There we go. It's the reverb meow. Thank you for that about Mama. That'll trigger. Yep, it broke. There we go. I fixed it. Alright. Shoot. Back. Shoot. Shoot. And how are you doing, Mama? Hope you're having a lovely insert time of day here. There we go. Yeah, through the black market. Get healed up. The old love is drug doormat there. Create. And you'll show me everything. Got it. Ooh, I can make Ariane Rod now. I don't need either of these. Zon, Zionga, / Zanma. It's not that great. Billy Yonka, Kursis, I don't know. Tommy. Or that's a horrifying looking thing. Oh, it's a world order. Okay, that's how it's saying Affinity's best with myself. Poison breath. Medium nerve damage plus poison. Medium gravity. Light rush. Medium nuclear to all foes. I like it. I would like that persona. He's gonna ring his bell. And the 2 cards are gonna show up. It's Kusith and the weird bug thing. And the 10's gonna wibble. And voila, we've got a new persona. That's still weird. Decon persona. What's so that great? What? Wanted to check failing. Okay, I'm just gonna replace Phaleg. I'm pressing triangle for details. It's not doing anything. Oh, I was showing the details stuff in the bottom. Oh, it's someone with Medidarama. I don't want to keep that on me. I want to keep Quetzalcoatl as well. Sunfrey, Uriasto, Daphne. Right judgment. I'd say someone else can take. Andre can take on Daphne. Wait, can you take on? Finally. Oh wow, either of them can take that on. You can have it off now. Finally, a different persona. Okay. Create. Thor, Soka Nakamata, 17 and 19. Let's get rid of those. I don't want any of the items need that up. Patra, Novundi, Love Whip, Sangha, Rama, Alliance. What a great ability description. Instant death kill. Like, okay. Skill sick. Stores persona change ability. Oh, everyone can use this thing. Skip this? I can. That's not meant to do at all. On. Finally, some new personas for couple members of the party. That's crazy. It's taken this long to get them new personas. Anything new I can buy in here? Great armor on. Jagged better or prey better? Jagged's better. Okay. I could sell? Okay, you know what? Do this real quick. I keep forgetting his axe is called Guten Tag. Like, yeah, my weapon is an axe called Good Day. And all I can think is, no, you're probably not having a good day after you get hit by that. Not gonna lie. He is having a great day. He does really like his axe. He absolutely loves his axe. Alright. Wait, I got a whole bunch of those. It's funny, there's all the different like weapon types of stuff you can get here that you can see. Except the silly thing is once you've recruited 5 people in your squad, like I've got, there isn't any way to switch them out. So like, hey, you got a punching weapon that is a character in the game that needs fist weapons, but I can't have them in my party, so it doesn't matter. Stuck with the 5 you got. Hey, Scott, how you doing? We're doing Persona 1 today? Possibly tomorrow as well. That's what I put on the schedule, but we'll see. I might have finished this one because I accidentally triggered the bad ending, as I found out earlier. So now we're stuck with it. Going quite alright. That's good. Good to hear. Which kills are 30, these are 42, holy shit. So I'd increase our gun damage. It's an MP5K. That's what I thought. I guess P1 stream. Look, this game has some pretty serious flaws, if you ask me, but you know what? It hasn't been that bad. I'm enjoying it. I don't mind the game so much. The flaws aren't enough to stop my enjoyment of the game, but they're pretty bad, all things considered. I do gotta say though, seeing you mentioned about being stuck on the bad ending before, I do dislike the fact that it's like, you answered these questions wrong in the section where someone was asking questions, now you're stuck with this ending, and it's the bad one. It's like, really? How was I supposed to know what the correct answers were? Okay, I don't know what any of these demons are. Dang. Yeah, it's fine. I already saved over my save slot as well, so like I can go back and fix my mistake either. I'm kind of just stuck with it, but that's fine. These things happen. Hey, Mark's finally gonna get some levels because he's got a decent persona now. Alright, Ross. Try fitting that compact half into the pedestal. Wait a second, Ross. What's up, Marjo? Yeah, it's nothing. Carry on. Anyway, it's been weird. It's really ramped up lately. Acting funny for a while now. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Mavros, go right ahead. Okay. Okay. Apparently I can't approach the pedestal from the other side, because if we get too close to the door, it's like, nope, door's closed. What just happened? Lord Kandori is laughing himself hoarse right now. What do you mean? Kandori wanted that compact. So I wouldn't come out. He needed someone to get it and bring it to him. We were his patsies. What? Scumbag. Wait, if you knew, why didn't you tell us? Because it's still the only way to get to him. Why, though? He just needed the compact. Why would he let us in? He's inviting us in. He has a rather high opinion of himself. I hate looking like an idiot. Fine then, we'll play along. Let's go, Avros. Let's go. Oh, this is a wider dungeon than we've had previously. Oh god, this is going to be a maze and a half, isn't it? Level 34. Weak to pretty much everything. Okay. Oh, that hits everybody from there. That's pretty nice. Damn. Mark just snaffling up all the XP now. Ow. Keep ramming my face into walls. I should really stop that. What the hell are you? A zap? Okay. Fuck is a zap? I am confused. Like most stuff's based off mythology and stuff. This thing's just like, ah yes, it's a zombie in a hard hat called Zap. It's like, okay, but why though? Wow, I've been leveling up Mark all this time. He's been behind on EXP. I get the ability to give him one of my personas that I didn't realize I had on myself as Avros that he could also use. I put it on him and now he's just like, oh yeah, I'm the strongest damage dealer in the entire party. I'm like, what? Since when? Why are you so powerful? Who are you and what do you do with the real Mark? Because Guten Tag? That might be entirely accurate. I don't know enough about German to say otherwise. I've amused myself. I don't like that attack animation much. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of too much for me. Hey, it's the tree. Let me save. Thank you, random pink tree. You're gonna be the shrine? No. Sure. These aren't trapped? I'm actually shocked. Wait, they're weak to fire. I charmed one and attacked the other person on their party. On their party? What am I talking about? Man, Mark got a couple of levels and now he's like, ah yes, I consumed all of my Wheaties, look at all of my damage, and I'm like, wait, what? Does he just like hit with his axe for just a shit ton there as well? It's like, what happened, Mark? Do sword, fire, and expel. Okay. Fire it is. Alright, I guess this one's at the front, weak to miracle damage. Okay. 2 of my party died in 1 turn. I don't know why. I was like, I could revive them. I'm like, I'm just not going to take any risks. I'm just going to kill everything. Cheap healing. Only 4 SP at heal. Okay, those are stairs up. Oh, that's a lot of things weak to fire. That should be easy. On the back of gravity. fire. Shoot them with the gun. First I can just 3 at a time. Karen. 500s. Wow, Hasa's learning all of its skills like real quickly. Wait, he's paralyzed. I used the thing on him, it didn't cure his status? Cures ailments one ally. I guess paralysis isn't an ailment. That didn't work either. I'll try this new one out. Like light rush plus sick. It's like, alright. Oh. Let's just block all rush damage. That's mildly annoying. Adulal. Live with buried memories. I mean, apparently. Oh, I know it's the song. I'm just not sure which buried memories it's talking about. I don't have any buried memories. Or do I? I don't think I do. Thank you, Axie. So we're very streaming yesterday. How'd you find it? I think he was doing a gorilla stream. Was Hunt Showdown? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Hunt Showdown. Yes, it was. Okay, good. I was like, I swear I saw him tweet about that one. Not a normal stream night for Verdi. The Tuesday evening. That's a dead end. That's a Jin. Is that a Jin? Yeah. Looking at it, I'm like, that has to be a Jin, right? Where's the juice then? I mean, we got the Jin. No, I won't apologize for that bad joke. Get a reflect fire. Ah, charmed all 3 of them. Oh, weak to gravity. Interesting. Reflect file. I remember Sweet Trap was actually pretty good damage. I mean, I guess say so is Bright Judgment. How things have been going. Hey, tree. Save completed. Seen Hunt before, is somewhat talkative. We all are when we play Hunt. Myself, Birdie, and HJ. Which is our usual squad. Which burn your bread. I think you're a few games early there, Scott. I appreciate the enthusiasm, though. You know, you're even a game entirely later, Axie, which I'm sure you know. I'll pretend like I did. Back. Fire breath. Nice. Persona 3 for Burn My Bread. The battle theme is called Burn My Dread, and everyone jokes about that it sounds like they're singing Burn My Bread instead, which is kind of funny. Love Whip. Oh, Axie's vibing. Teaching the basics and stuff about Hunt. Well, then you'll be all ready, Razor. You come on back on Friday for Fighting Up Friday. We'll have a full group together. We'll be doing dumb memes and stuff in Hunt. Or at least I'll be doing dumb memes. It's just I've been enjoying playing the game recently. Override this pain tearing you apart. I don't know which song that is just by the name. Oh, okay. I just heard them literally say override this pain in the song lyrics right after I said that, and now I feel like an idiot. The upside is about feeling like an idiot at this time of night is I know exactly where to get one. He's sitting right in the chair streaming this game. Ah, that joke will never get old. Japan has the most unintelligible songs, but they're good. It's so true. If you thought you were finally useful, you're always useful, Axie. Don't sell yourself short. You're always an idiot, not just at this time, right? Oh, shit. Oh, no, always the useful idiot. That's the best part. Karen. Oh, wow. Okay, that was bad. I'd singers don't know English because their first few was the lyrics that catch it and drop the game is focused on playing. Yeah, which still is one of those things where you're like, okay, but that just makes it more distracting for an English language player when they hear the lyrics and they go, wait, what the fuck was any of that? It's like, no, let's yeah, it was. I get that it was Japanese audience mainly, but that it's just one of those things where it's like, I get the concept of what you're going for, but you know, then it expands out to a wider audience, and then it just becomes confusing. It's like, okay, we did get the lousy half of the deal. I have altered the deal. Pray that I do not alter it any further. Yeah, I have to change persona. Sounds of Melee. Let's go. Diorama, what? Let's go with Sweet Trap. And then we want Thunder. You want to go for Agarula and hope that doesn't reflect. You want a Marin Current side. Perfect. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. Attack each other, not me. Skill, Medideer. Trap. Instructions. Let's try shooting. Agarula seems pretty solid, and we'll just that one. Perfect. Hey, nailed it. I looked a little risky, but you know, it all worked out. Alright. This Harpies or something else? Persephone. Power. I knew that was power at the back. Angels with immunity to all types of magic. Alright, I didn't change. Oh, yeah, whatever. Actually, you know what? I will. Yonko. Wow. Magilao. No, it's just Miraji. Skilled. Grimdar. I really hope that doesn't reflect on me again and just make Mark blow his own face up again. Stop healing each other. Who said you were allowed to go around healing each other, huh? That doesn't seem fair. The game devs? Well, shit. Someone better go and tell them they're not allowed to do that. I'm joking, obviously. But, at least some of the kind of things some people would say. I'd be like, bro, someone would tell the game devs they're not allowed to do that. Oh, shit. The Raumans is here. See me cheat on this one? I'm gonna preface this by saying actually don't actually do it, but just refund the redeem. And then it never happened, right? Don't challenge me to find loopholes out of stuff, Rao. I'll figure it out. That would be so rude. It would be so rude. That's why. What a sneaky sneak. That's me. Totally so sneaky. I'm gonna do all these squats. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and push-ups now as well. Okay. Thank you for the push-ups. Waits until he does it and then refund? Wow. Wow. Yeah, I can't always get the push-ups on the mic because the mic's so far away from the floor. Currently chilling, it's 41F. Someone want to convert that to an actual scientific measurement for me? If you put that in Kelvin, I am going to be so mad. That is 7 degrees C. You know what? I'll take that for not being specific. Seriously though, if you came back and you're like, it's like such and such degrees Kelvin, I would have been like so upset. Now he's gonna do it. And then I'll have to be upset. It's not degrees Kelvin. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. It's not degrees. Yeah. You are right. It is not degrees. It's just the number. That's pretty cold. It's not remotely anywhere near that cold here. Yeah, 5C. Yeah, when you said 278, I was like, it's 5. I know my Kelvin. -12. You folks and your actual cold temperatures. Meanwhile, while we're over here, and it's like, yes, would you like humidity with your always? And I'm like, I don't. But, you know, it's just how it's going to be. I don't really get much of a choice in the matter. That's cold at night though. -25C is cold. Yes, it is 26C and 35% humidity, because it's actually kind of a cool evening for a change. Man, -10. I was gonna joke and say I don't really know what that's like, but I do. Just... It hadn't refreshed at 79%. That seems more accurate. Ah yes, the humidity. Sure is always. Feels like 29 degrees. I strongly disagree. Yes, as I said, the humidity sure is always around here. $29? Yeah, 29's probably about right. Okay, they reflect poison. Any redeem for me to sing this battle song? Well, first you'd have to find the lyrics for me, which, now that I say it out loud, probably isn't anywhere near as hard as I think it is. And then if you have 5,000 channel points, you could do the redeem if it was turned on, which I just remembered it's still turned off from the last time I was doing a stream where I didn't want it on, and I keep forgetting to turn it back on. Hold up. I can fix this. Now you got a target. Alright, hang on. Apologies if you hear me coming through on my own stream from me, because I had to go to Twitch temporarily, and I'm sure I don't have it muted right now. I did not, but I was quick enough that you didn't hear me come through my own stream for myself, so... Your rewards, channel points... manage rewards. That one is still turned off, and now it is turned back on. There we go. So you should be able to see that there, which is the Avros karaoke redeem. I'll hold off on the Oz redeem for a while. What's the Oz redeem? Oh. I thought they were meaning something different rather than just the Aussie one where I get yeeted into the abyss for my hubris. Which, as I remind you, is inevitable and always. Okay. You have a persona. Well, you have it. Cures sick. Cures ailments, but doesn't cure poison. The fuck game? Seriously, the stuff that some things cure is horrendously, like, fucking inconsistent. Some of these things. Like, it cures all ailments. Oh, but not poison. Except that one. Oh, and paralysis? Not an ailment either. It's like, what? Anyway. I was gonna say, before you said you hold off on the Aussie redeem for a while, so you can save up for the karaoke, is alternatively, if you like, you could do !Discord in the chat, and I'll give you a link to the Discord. My Discord specifically. I should probably be more specific. There it is. And if you go in there, there's a channel. I think it's still called Karaoke Suggestions. I forget if it's been renamed. I don't think we did. It should be Karaoke Suggestions still from last time. Beat to Death and Curse. It's all the same. Good. I don't look at the channel names that often, if I'm being perfectly honest. Where I have an upcoming stream. It doesn't have an expected date just yet, but as part of it, it is a request only karaoke stream, so it's only going to be stuff that people have requested in that channel that I get to do karaoke. I don't get to pick anything for myself, so you could also suggest it as one of the songs for the request only karaoke stream. Not everything that gets requested will definitely get sung, but if you wanted to hear it sooner, if you don't want to say out the points or whatever, you can pop in there and then there's a chance it'll end up making it into the karaoke stream. Those things keep ambushing me from behind and then doing a lot of damage, and then I finally have a chance to attack them back, and then they just kind of like fall in a heap fairly quickly from how much damage output I've got, so pretty happy about that. Tree? No. Ow. Oh, that was bug roll damage. Oh. That's lots of damage. Okay. Is that the gimmick of this entire room? Yes, it is. Okay. Joke's on you, my health was 1 that entire time, so you didn't reduce it at all. Joke's on me, there's literally nothing else on this floor. Maybe you don't already gives you the small damage and items. Maybe. I was looking at the walkthrough from the previous dungeons, which is one that was like super confusing with dropping through all the floors, and it literally listed a room similar to that where it's like, oh yeah, if you find this room, just leave. Like all the boxes just have traps in them that do nothing and don't give you anything of value. I was like, okay. So I was wondering if that was a similar sort of thing, and it's just like, this room's just here to be a troll. Got a couple items in it, so you think there might be something more, but that's it. Alright, they reflect. Miracle damage. I was trying to think what damage type it was. Shoot. Oh, that thing reflects charm. That's annoying. Although it would have been more interesting if it was set up that way. Actually, I agree. If it was like, oh yeah, do the right order and you get more stuff, it would have been way more interesting, but there's no guarantee that's what it was going to be. Kind of boring if it's not. Well, it might have just been the game being a massive troll. Because I totally wouldn't put it past a SMT game or a Persona game to be just like, oh, did you expect this to be something valuable? No, actually we decided to just be hyper annoying and do nothing of the sort. Hope you enjoyed your bunch of traps, and that's all you get. Right. Her gun's the pistol, she can't shoot that far. The charm. Making them attack each other. Can't reach anything. You can use guard, you can attack, you can shoot, you can attack, and you can shoot. Okay, so this entire route that I just went down took me to a dead end. Awesome. Yep, that's all I was. Okay. Bunch of people are low on SP. You know what? Marky levels up should get all their SP back, so that's not that bad. I'll wait to Bright Judgment front, so that should be both dead. Yeah. Nothing. Shoot. Back. Shoot. No. Shoot. No. Attack them. And shoot. Woo! Really likes that axe. Nothing in that corner. Hate those like little one square dead ends because you see them and you're like, Maybe this is a secret of some sort. Maybe it drops you down to the next floor down and there's something there because it's happened in previous dungeons. And no, doesn't do anything with the sword. It's kind of like, well, would have been stupid if I didn't try. Love whip them. Oh, it's Orthrus. Yeah, no one uses charm. Name of the headbat. Not actually super well. Oh, I've been randomly singing it like the entire time I've been playing through this one. Might as well do a karaoke. Not for free. I watched another friend play this game or something, but I think I've gone a little insane. I mean, I have streamed this a few times, Raul, so you might have seen myself streaming it at some point. It's entirely possible. Go do your own thing. No worries, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy whatever it is you find yourself doing. Guess what you're doing? Playing Warhammer. I don't know which Warhammer game, but one of them. Am I right? Ring randomizer playthrough. Ooh, sounds like fun. Hope you enjoy it. The recipe back. Damn it. I will do my best to enjoy what I'm doing, and I'll definitely have to check out the videos and the VODs for that one as well. Raul, watch some more of that. God. Hey. Successfully escaped. God, this castle's like such a massive maze to navigate. Frostbite, Fire Breath. One's at the back. There we go. Whoa. How's that a zero? I love that the persona levels still go up to unlock the additional skills and stuff like that, even if you like completely miss the attack. It's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. You tried to do the right thing, and that's what counts. It's like, really? Also weak to ice. Interesting. And I could have checked the analysis and seen that as well, but... here he is. The other person that likes to pelt me with hydrates. How you doing, Kai? Oh, so you've seen some of my slow descent into madness then. That's fine. Ah, nice. How is Sons of the Forest? I never really got into the first one until like after I started streaming. I forget who it was. I did like a collab stream of it at one point with some people. I was like, yeah, this game's fine. Judgment on the front. Bed. Yeah, attack each other. Don't attack me. Dumbasses. Skill level. Review what content is pretty fast story-wise, adding more deadlines just to... Oh, it's in early access at the moment. Ah, okay. It's pretty fun. Look, spoilers for The Forest for anyone who hasn't played the first one yet and is still interested in playing it. So I'm going to preface this statement with like I said, spoilers for The Forest. So feel free to unmute in a little bit. Once I probably past what I'm going to say. Did anyone else find the story of that game really weird? Like, hey, you got lost in a plane crash and there's cannibals, and then it's just like, the story's just like really weird, goes at the rails a little bit. I was like, this is an odd game, to say the least. It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just odd. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember a huge amount of it. I just remember thinking it was very strange the time that I played through it. That immediately makes a whole ton more sense. Interesting. I am actually curious now to see what they do with it then, if it's got old gods and stuff involved, because I'm a big Cthulhu Mythos fan. You start talking about old gods, you're talking my my sort of language there. I was about to just be like, right, I'm gonna make everyone shoot their guns into these things and we'll see what happens. And then I was like, wait, that's probably a bad thing in case they reflect guns. But then I was like, wait, no, I've fought plenty of these, they don't. No, everything went off the rails? Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Because, walking into a cabin and finding a shambling, horror that appears to be multiple people stitched together that runs at you and wants to fight you in a game like that, which up until that point had been fairly realistic, it's just like... Did I take the wrong turn back there, or did we wander into a horror game all of a sudden for no reason? Like, so open your billboard when you slow to become Sonic. Wow. Kill the Orthrus. What do they reflect again? Charm and... Knowles, Tech, and Rush. Why did it reflect Charm then? That seems... neither of those things. Unless all elements count as Tech? I'm confused. I'm gonna do that whole thing where you just don't look a gift horse in the mouth and hope for the best. Know what I mean? You just run into a horse and you're like, man, this horse was a gift. Why would I question any of this? Still gotta be one of the weirdest English idioms out there, right? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. It's kind of like, what exactly do you mean by that? There's a glitch in where you lose all friction when you open your build book. There's an infinite log glitch and an infinite item cap glitch, which most definitely get patched soon. The classic infinite item duplication. It's just like, nope, we're stopping that one. Every game developer's nightmare, apparently. Also, apparently the reason why we don't get cloud saving in any of the Nintendo Switch Pokemon games apparently would make duping Pokemon way too easy. And I'm like, okay. I doubt anyone's really abusing that or would abuse it that hard. Want to get a Pokemon quick and easy, there's easier options than capturing it once, having to make sure it's perfect and then duping it. It's like, oh, good, a darkness room. I'm using the log one. Yeah, well, I mean, once you finish the game once, what's the point in continuing to play fair, right? Like, if there's no more content for you to get through and you're not necessarily planning to, like, necessarily use that save file when more content comes out, you're like, yeah, we'll just start over again or whatever, then, you know, have some fun, treat it like it's like Minecraft and just build a whole bunch of crazy shit and then be like, yeah, I had fun. And then worry about the complications another time. Insane tech. Some liquid, you said. Victor's here. Thank you for the head pad, Victor. How you doing? Got a bunch of stuff, then blow it up after killing the Ender Dragon and Wither. Pretty much. Avros guy. That's me. I'm the Avros guy. How do wink? I can't. Fun fact, I can't wink. It's wasn't set up in my rigging as far as I'm aware. So if I hang on, just put myself in the middle here, right? For this, if I try and wink with my right eye, nothing happens. My right eye's closed right now, and my eyes are both still open. If I try and wink with my left eye, I close my left eye, and it closes both my eyes. I can't wink. Oh, just the wink. I can wink in real life. Oh god, bye everybody. I'm not coming back. That's it. I'm dead. I've been assaulted by mama. Oh shit. What a time for a raid when I'm getting assaulted with slippers off to the edge of the screen. I'll be back. I'll be back eventually. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Oh god, fish. A shoe VTuber? No. Thank you for setting this. God, no worries. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Faye. How is your subathon going? I see you're on day 2 of the subathon, so that's awesome. I see we got a bunch of followers here. Hang on. Let me do my intro real quick first. Hello, everyone. My name is Avros Kargath. I am a JRPG protagonist VTuber. The game that I'm from was finished by a player, and now I'm here in the real world, and I do not know what game it is that I'm from, so we're still trying to figure that one out. Tonight we're playing some Persona 1. I'm getting close to the ending as far as I'm aware. I've never played this one before, so we're going through it blind. And my art sibling Barker came in and assaulted me with slippers from our art mother in the 2-generated throwing system. There, so we got follows from Soda Snab, Bean Goblin, a Shiny Piplup, You're Tired, and Monty Mole. Monty... Oh, that's clever. That is a clever name, Monty Mole. Because I'm like, is it Monty Mole like the moles from Mario, or is it Monty Moel? That is clever. And now I'm bouncing everywhere because I'm being hydrated and spam. You're tired, Faye? Well, I appreciate the raid in. If you need to raid and run, so you can go and get some rest, so you're ready for the next day of the subathon, feel free to get out of here. But I appreciate you bringing your community on in. And hope you're having a great time with the subathon. I have not had a chance to stop on by and check out the I was gonna say 2.0, but I think yours is like 3.0 model now, isn't it? Or is it 2.0? I forget. I've had a few friends redebut new models recently, and it's hard to keep track of who's on like 2s and 3s and stuff like that. Oh boy. 3.0. I thought it was 3. If I have time tomorrow, I will pop on over and I will check it out, because I've been meaning to come on by. I've seen all like the teas and stuff. I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cool. I was excited, and then I've missed every day of the subathon so far. I will enjoy your community. I appreciate you bringing them on in and leaving them in my hopefully capable hands to make this entertaining. I'm on a slow descent to madness with Persona 1, because this game's combat can be a little frustrating, shall we say. Also, I've locked myself into the bad ending. Did I know I'm a cutie? I did not, but hang on. Let's just get a close up here just to make sure. You sure about that? But I'm just gonna make sure to confirm. Am I definitely a cutie pink goblin? Oh god. Yes. Okay. Good. Cool. Well, glad to have you all here. So for us to do anything different than usual, huge lucky you streamed other love things. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. Like I said, I'm just kind of losing it a little bit here. Anyway. Alright, let's press on. Oh god, I lost track of what those ultras reflect. Tech and Rush. Tech and Rush. Okay. Miragi. Rakunda. Bufu. And Marinkan. At the back. So right now we're trying to find our way through a castle dungeon where I managed to put myself directly into a dead end by accident. Because this is very much the old school style dungeon crawler from Persona 1. Let's shoot. Gun. Power. There we go. They come within gun range so everyone can shoot you. Alright, no, you're dead anyway. Never mind. Never mind, we shot that angel to death. Right, darkness. Can I not get through from this side or something? Can I go up or down? I go that way. It's blocked, that way's blocked, that. Oh, okay, that's the direction I tried yet. I hate these darkness areas. You've got to blindly map your way through them. It's like, you got no indicator of whether or not you go in the right direction. Just figure it out. What was that big thing? It reflected fire. Cosmetic missiles of the darkness. I've got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres. You're not there. You're getting drunk. Dead Alewives Watchtower. That sketch. That's old, but everyone knows all the references because it keeps coming back. Repels fire, weak to pretty much everything else. Okay. Yarka resists gun. And then null gun, weak to sword fire. So I thought, okay, so everything except that thing in the back we want to hit with fire. Okay. With gravity. Let's go for agile, get rid of the siege, carney, honor. Let's just... No, that reflected gun as well. So let's just go Rakonda. Bright Judgment. That. I'll whip on these two at the front. There we go. Now I can use my fire skills to my heart's content. Udern, seriously. It's so much damage. Cool. There goes two of my party, like, straight up. Oh, this dungeon's gonna be the death of me, I swear. Seriously, I don't... The level scaling of this game has been something else. It's just been really, really hard to get my head around. Dead? No. At least it keeps missing with Earthly Vortex. Like, this could be so much worse if this thing was just hitting me for massive damage with that every turn. Let's go Sweet Trap. Gun? No, he's got the shotgun. My core. Let's go. I will say one thing this game does very well is your party members just get revived with 1 HP after combat, so you're not like sort of stuck constantly wasting revival beads and stuff to bring them back to life. It's only if you want to bring them back in combat. A lot of ramming my head against walls here. How do I lock myself into the bad end? So, let me just clear my throat here for a sec. I went and looked something up because I tried to recruit a demon earlier. I got all the options right in the conversation, and then the demon was like, oh, you're too low level, go away. And I was like, trying to recruit you with Avros. He's 35 and you're 32. Maybe it's based on the lowest level character in your party, and Nanjo, Mark, and Brown, the middle, and the two guys on the right, so like from the middle across to the right, those three have been dying a lot in combat and having like a really bad time because you have to actually kill stuff in combat to gain EXP in this. So when they're not getting kills because they're dying, and their damage output before I got them some new personas was just like horrendously bad, they kept just dying, and so then they weren't getting EXP, they weren't doing any damage when they didn't die, so they weren't doing anything to gain any EXP, and I was like, this is horrible. If I'm just like completely just screwed because I can't make this work, I'm gonna have to find like a different strat or else I'm going to be in like some serious trouble of actually like, recruiting any new demons or doing anything. So I need to look up how this works. And so I went and looked it up, and the guide that I've been using was like, oh, yeah, it doesn't really say anything about how that works and how the demon recruitment works. And I was like, well, that's unhelpful. It gives me the same stuff I've seen everywhere else. And then I was like, just reading through some stuff, was trying to find some information, and I found in part of that guide, it was like, oh yeah, there's a few different things that people say affects the ending to see whether or not you get the good or the bad ending. One event that happened really early in the game is there was a nurse trapped under a vending machine, and I had the option to like save the nurse trapped under the vending machine. Of course, I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do that. People like that affects whether you get the good or the bad ending. And this guide was like, it doesn't. Like, people think that that's one of the ones that does. It's literally one event in the entire game that does. Those ones affect whether or not you can unlock your party members' ultimate personas by upgrading their persona to like the higher level ones and stuff like that, which don't even worry about it too much about getting the right decision and stuff unless you really like grinding, because the grinds to get them to their ultimate personas is horrendously long, because the persona itself has to get to like level 54. Even if your character's up at that level, the personas typically won't be unless you've had them equipped like the whole game sort of thing. And I'm like, well, that sounds not particularly fun, but I'm not that worried about it. And then the guide was like, oh yeah, the one thing that you need to do to get the good ending is you have to have given the correct answers to Mai, who's one of the characters I ran into earlier, when you talk to her in the forest in the gingerbread house. And if you do the wrong answers there, that's it. Bad ending. There's no going back and changing it. You're stuck with the bad ending. Even if you make the right decision everywhere else, you're stuck with the bad ending. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I definitely gave the wrong answers because I made her angry and I had to do a boss fight there. It's really old game design stuff, and I agree it is kind of horrible, and I don't like it. Like, I'm not trying to excuse it, but it is very much a trope of old game design. Like, they did a lot in point-and-click adventure games and stuff as well, where they hide stuff, and it's like, oh, you didn't find this one particular item in this one spot. You know, go back and pixel hunt in the very first room of the game. Otherwise, you know, you're affectionately are not called noob traps, where it's like the only way you'd know is having played the game before. And yeah, so now I'm kind of just stuck with the bad ending, and I was like, well, I could always go back and like try and fix it if I haven't, you know, got a save file that's not too far back. And I'm like, oh wait, no, I've been saving over the same slot for a while now, so I'm just stuck with it. I'd have to go back for a significant amount of time to go back and fix that conversation, and I'm like, I'm not that interested in doing that necessarily. I'm doing another one of these rooms where it's like, there's some bonus items in here. Beat the game and move on. Yeah, well, I was talking to Verdi about it the other day. I figured I'd be done Persona 1 by now, and because I've missed a few different streams for it for different reasons and stuff, and had it not on the schedule a few times and everything like that, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm really behind on where I wanted to be with getting through all the Persona games in 1 year. So yeah, I'm not in a particularly good spot to be like, ah, yes, I should put additional effort into trying to get the correct ending for this game. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna a decade of Persona. Have you seen the stream title? I mean, I don't have much faith in myself at the moment. No, I'll get through this one. It's just gonna be a bit slower than I thought. The parts that are gonna be long and might end up being longer than I expected, even when I went and looked them up on how long to beat and stuff like that to get a kind of feel for how long they are, is going to be this one and the two Persona 2 games, because I've not played any of them before. Once we get to Persona 3 Portable, I'm gonna probably fly through that one without too much trouble, because it's one of the ones that I have actually finished before, so that'll be a bit less of a pain to go through. Whereas this, I'm playing through completely blind, so it's a bit, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, it's like, yes, I'm running around these dungeons going, I don't know where the hell I'm going. And one of the previous ones which I had to use like a walkthrough to get through, it's like, okay, so make sure you go down this path so you can fall through the floor to get to the next floor down, and then follow this path to get to the right spot to fall through the floor to get to the next spot to fall through. And I'm like, this is going to be a nightmare to figure out myself. Like, I could have figured it out and drawn up some maps and stuff like that, like you're probably supposed to, and I was just like, I had to find a walkthrough. I don't want to waste the time. P3 and 4 were the only two you played, P3 being the only one you finished. Also covered P4 and I went back to it. I put P4G on Steam, so maybe. Let me regale you with a tale that I've told. I think I told it last week on stream, but I'll tell it again. Because it's kind of funny and it's related to what you're saying. I have tried to finish Persona 4 before I actually finished it about 6 times. Because I bought a copy of it to play on PS2, and a friend of mine at the time, I was playing it on their PS2, and then didn't have access to that anymore, so I took my copy of Persona 2, which I still own, the actual PS4 disc copy, and was like, well, getting a PS2 is not particularly easy, so I'm gonna use an emulator, and I'll just play it on emulator on PC. And then I started on emulator, and had some problems getting through it on emulator. So then I was like, well, I'll come back to this later. And so came back to it later and was like, I don't know where the hell I'm at. So restarted. And then it came out on the Vita, and I was like, well, I'm gonna get it on the Vita. And I got on the Vita and started playing it there, and then got partway through, put the game down, and was like, wait, I want to play through that again. And I picked it up and started playing, and I was like, I don't know where the hell I'm at in this game. I should start over. Rinse and repeat 3 more times, and then you get to how I actually finished Persona 4. Meanwhile, I bought a collector's edition on the PSP of Persona 3 Portable, and could not put that game down and finished it, like, start to finish. Didn't pick up another game. It was just like, oh, I'm just all in on this, right? And then sort of a similar thing with Persona 5. I picked that up on the PS4 when I was waiting for Monster Hunter World to come out, which is why I bought a PS4. And was like, well, Monster Hunter World's not out. I need something else to do. I'll play through Persona 5, and like could not put that down either. And then Royal came out, and that consumed my life until I finished that one as well, because that game is also incredible. So yeah. And I like going back and seeing where some of the game series I've played and stuff like that, later games in the series and stuff, started, which is part of the reason why I'm happy to be playing through Persona 1, even if it is driving me slightly mad. And I'm happy to move on to Persona 2 when I get there, because I've played, like, as anyone who's been around here before is probably well aware, every Final Fantasy game pretty much since 1 onwards, and part of the reason why I played through so many of them is that I did kind of have a similar situation where I played through 5 first and a few other ones after that, and then was like, I want to see where this whole entire series started, and then, you know, started playing through the rest of them and stuff like that, and got really into the Final Fantasy as a series because it's great. And I've played a lot of the Megami Tensei and Shin Megami Tensei games, and so sort of now here we are trying some of the early ones in the series that I haven't played. Like, I've actually finished the original Megami Tensei on the not Super Famicom, the Famicom. Hell yeah. I'm I kind of rambled a bit there. I'm not sure what the hell yeah part is about, but thank you, Shiny Piplup. But I'm just a huge fan of JRPGs, like, in general. So, you know, a lot of them I'd get to them eventually at some point, so. I assume from your name, Shiny Piplup, you're a pretty big fan of Pokemon. Because done quite a bit of different Pokemon stuff around here lately. Speaking of, oh boy, I don't know if anyone else saw it or if anyone else follows. Because I've done competitive Pokemon off and on for years. I actually just recently got back into the VGC with the most recent entries in the series with Scarlet and Violet. I don't know if anyone else saw it, because I follow the Twitter account for Wolf Glick, the world champion back from 2016. And he's putting on a Twitch Rivals event for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And I was like, how is he going to make this work for Twitch Rivals? And I read through the description for how the streams are going to work, because it's a 3-day event. And boy, has he come up with a unique concept for how to make people play through those games. I think it's actually really, really cool for anyone who hasn't seen it. The idea is that people are going to start with a fresh save file for Scarlet and Violet, and then on day one it's PvE, so it's just play through the games, get as far through it as you can, catch as many Pokemon as you can, evolve as many Pokemon as you can, hatch eggs if you can, shinies and stuff like that, and people get points for all of those. And then day 2 is PvP, where you can only use the Pokemon you caught from day 1 to fight against other players in a round-robin tournament. And then the people that make it to the top of the round-robin on day 2 go through to day 3 and have to do a bracket competing against each other with the same Pokemon teams as they used from day 2 for day 3. I'm like, that's pretty unique. Do you spend time trying to get bottle caps and stuff together to hyper train your Pokemon and try and make them as competitively viable and try and optimize your team comp and maybe not get as many points out of day 1? Or do you focus on trying to catch as many things as possible and then actually make a a decent team ahead of day 2 and just try and do your best sort of thing? It's what strategy do you take? I'm like, that is just a cool idea. I'm totally on board with that as an idea. I'm looking forward to watching it. So, and that's crazily enough, I was looking at it, and it's on the 22nd to the 25th, that would be 22nd, 23rd, no, 24th, so it would be 22nd, 23rd, 24th of this month. So he's got 2 weeks to get people, because he tweeted out, because he put it up on the Twitch Rivals page on Twitch as expression of interest open. If people that are Twitch affiliates or partners who are interested in being a part of it want to go and put their names down, then they can sign up for the event. And I was like, that's a very short period of time to get people together and get them across the rules and organized to play the event. That's pretty crazy. Someone's collapsed on the floor. It's Ragey. Yo, Ragey, hang in there. Damn it. Youth off destroys itself. Common failing of headstrong boys. Bastard. Kandori, we meet again. You mess with us for the last time. You low down dirty coward, I'll shove your dirty tricks down your throat. Aki, he's not your daddy, don't you know that? Can't hurt daddy. Seems you've endured unspeakable hardships, all for vengeance's sake. Where's the compact? Give it back. Right here. Two compacts reunite in my hands. I have you to thank, young man. Snake, what's your plan for the compact? Show the Marquis. Okay, Daddy. Arisea Simamom. Oh, hey, a portal. What is this, a mirror? My ambition given shape. Now witness its power. Definitely a portal of some sort. Ooh, cutscene. Okay. R. Oh, what the fuck? I was like, oh, is he just destroying the other dimension? No, he's just warping in a castle? What is that? Don't tell me that's our town. That's right. It's my new castle. I call it Deva Yurga. A worthy name for something that will usher in a new shining era. Whole town disappeared. Kandora, you devil. Can't believe you did that. This mirror of chaos is just what I've yearned for. How exquisite. It's no mere compact. You've all seen its majestic power. I've acquired the power to make my desires reality. Power over the dimensions without need for the Deva system. Yes, I'm starting to see now. Compact to the Deva system, really laying the groundwork. Now, I'll become a god on Earth. A god has only one duty: to wield the rod of judgment upon the wayward human race. Oh, okay. I was like, when are we going to get to the very SMT core of this game? Because it's so early in the Persona series, it's so close to Shin Megami Tensei. I'm not like surprised that it's like, oh yeah, God's just going to wipe out humanity. I get it. You're planning on annihilating humanity. There it is. Like hell. I won't allow it, Kandori. Such senseless defiance. Masao, Kay. Who's that dude on the ground? That's Reiji. He's one of the other students in the school we're from. And he was like, I don't need your help. I'm going to go and beat up Kandori on my own and save everybody. And we were like, dude, that's a bad idea. And he's lying on the ground beaten up. So, yeah, we were right. It was a bad idea. And now return to the real world. Do you despise me? If so, then follow me there. After defeating this... Oh, boss fight time. Oh, Jesus, what the hell is that? You son of a... Objects of one's desire cannot be easily obtained. But the joy of overcoming obstacles to obtain them is the highest bliss. So speaks your new god. Oh, and they just warped on out of here. Wait! Oh, Salva. It's showtime. I'll make you dance. A dance of death! Oh wow, two of my party members are on really low health. Hey, Snazzy, how you doing? Can't waste any time. Let's get this over with quick. I'll make you eat those words. And the two of them got struck by lightning are already on low health. That's just unfair. We don't know anything about this boss yet, do we? Order deity. So if I have to hazard a guess, it's probably resistant to miracle damage. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, Phaleg's on with Medidir army up. Alright, switch to Phaleg. Sweet Trap it, because that's just an easy one to check. Tarunda lower its attack. We'll try Right Judgment. I doubt it's gonna work. And low. No! Doesn't actually resist miracle damage. That's pretty good. 40, that's kind of what I expected there. Alright, drop its attack with Tarunda. Hard whip. Bugger all damage. Wow, I'm glad I dropped your attack, considering you're just gonna walk over and punch my low health party members. Alright. Hey, dear armor should get around full health. Try fire on it. Raccoon to drop its defenses. Right judgment. Let's try. Big ruler. We're gonna change you back to Hathor. No, Namhain. Alright. Weak to wind. Weak to fire? Yeah. Good. I said weak to fire before I hit it with the fire attack, because enemies in this game are like kind of weird in that they seem to like very typically be weak to... Okay, There goes 3 of my party members in a single attack because they're on low health. That's brilliant. Thank you, game. Yeah, it's not uncommon for stuff to be weak to, like, pairs of... Look at 1 revival bead. Alright, we'll just try and 2-man this boss. Yeah, they seem to be weak to, like, pairs of stuff, so, like, fire and wind is, like, pretty common set of weaknesses for some things. So when it was weak to fire, I was like, there's a good chance it's weak to wind as well. Oh, wind, it was weak to fire, sorry, other way around. I should just Crimson Sublation go there. Should be slightly higher. 6. Alright. That's not so bad. It's relatively, yeah, 12 SPS relatively cheap. That's fine. It's 13. And now we just spam fire attacks and heal. Hope I don't get one shot by anything again. Okay. Marky's resistant to earth-based attacks, so that's good. I don't think Avros is, though. I got Tarunda. Cool, we can lower its attack again if we have to. Damn it. I got blindsided in a cut. Oh, I block earth damage? Sick. I got blindsided in a cutscene by people taking damage in the cutscene immediately into a boss fight without having my healing persona on. It's like, come on, game. Way to put me at a serious disadvantage out of nowhere. Seriously? Okay. Yeah, Marquee. Yep. Revival beads can miss? I didn't realize I could miss a corpse on the ground to bring it back to life, but here we are. No Samaricons? Nope. I've had some serious issues in this game with its recruitment system on actually recruiting that many demons, Victor. And so because of that, I'm having trouble with actually fusing stuff, and then a lot of the party members just won't take certain personas unless they have decent synergy with them. And so you're just up in the spot where it's just like, just not really much you can do. And then as far as items go, I haven't had like that much. I've got like some physical guards, which just reflects 25% physical for 1 turn. And stuff like that, but like nothing that's that great, sadly. Some life stones. Yeah. Yeah, I threw a revival bead at Marky and it came up miss. Apparently you can miss revivals, so I don't know. I'm just as confused as you are. See, did Guy Rage the save game? The other part about this that makes this game a little frustrating, and you'll see, like, if I make it through this boss fight, I'll point it out to show like a visual example of it. But whichever people in the party actually kill the enemies in combat get the majority of the EXP, and everyone else gets EXP just for showing up. But the EXP you get for showing up is so much lower than what the people that actually killed stuff get. And then also on top of that, you get higher EXP for dealing damage to stuff. So when some of the members of my party in the early game didn't have any personas with like decent AoE skills and couldn't take other personas on, they just ended up in the spot where they just went into a lot of combats in a row and got basically nothing out of it. And so a few members of my party ended up like 5 or 6 levels behind my highest level party member, and so that became actually a legitimate problem up until like 2 dungeons ago. So the dungeon before this one sort of thing was when that started to sort of start evening out. So Yeah, this game has some flaws. Like Avros is, I think, still 5 to 6 levels above Nanjo right now. So God, how much health has this thing got? I suppose I'm only hitting him with like a single unit in my party, so I'm not doing that much damage to him. Upside is I'm completely immune to his earth magic, so that's good. I'm gonna put the skip back on. I turn the like skip animations so they don't go as fast off for the boss fights, but this is just gonna take forever, so back on it goes, so that we don't have to sit here watching this play out for ages, because this is slow as anything. You know what, in case he tries to punch me, let's actually use one of these Fizz Guards. I know what I've got. Watch him, cool. I was slower, so the Fizz Guard did nothing. It went on for the one turn, and then the turn was over, and I lost the buff. This game, seriously? Do I have any salts? I have a chewing soul. Wow, that's not much actual SP back at all. Make sure I save enough SP for a heal. But the armor's also 12, so population's 12, yeah. Alright. I admit this looks like a sticky situation right now. The upside is the boss that I'm fighting can't hit me with any of its magic. Like, it's trying to hit me with earth magic, and that's not doing anything to me. And the only thing it was doing any damage is punching me, and I can full heal. So, yeah. It was slow, but it wasn't that bad. Like, I had that pretty locked down unless I ran out of mana. You filth. Are you really sons of man? I mean, you cheap shot 2 of my party members. See, look how much EXP, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about, how unbalanced the EXP is. Nanjo died right from the start of combat and did nothing, so he got 0 EXP. Brown died fairly quickly after that. Mark and Marky, like, did a little bit in combat, and then I did the majority damage with myself with Avros. So I got 94,000 EXP, and Nanjo got 0 for doing nothing in combat. Like, see what I mean by like how unbalanced the EXP system is in this? Because I'm level something insane now, probably. How many points did I get there? How many levels was that? Okay, that was 3 points per level. That was 4 levels in a single fight, right? Like, that's dumb. Yo, Reiji, you still alive? Where is he? You dummy, we told you couldn't do it alone. We went back to our world. What are you waiting for? Hurry after him. We can't. How the hell do we beat a guy with that kind of power? Never mind that. How do we even get back to our world? There must be a way. That's the kind of bastard he is. He's still toying with us. Reiji's right. There must be some way. For once, we're in agreement. Yeah. Maybe there. The place where there were rumors of people being spirited away. The haunted mansion. I used to sneak in there all the time when I was a kid. Mama gets so mad. The same place as Sebek is in our world. It's certainly possible. Alright. Oh, give it up already. Some things are impossible no matter how hard you try. We're wasting our time from the start. Can't give up. Isn't this about your world? Your future? You're going to let someone walk all over it? Fine with throwing it all away? That's what I think. Thank you, Razor. Well, I'm not. I like this town. I like all of you. I like me. I can't just stay quiet and watch the things I like be destroyed. It's just not something I would do. Alright, your leader's back. Shut up, Brown. You've never been the leader this entire time, no matter how many times you say it. Where's the bad guy? The stronger the hero looks. Let's go. Things we like, huh? Looks like no one has any more complaints. Let's get to the Haunted Mansion ASAP, Avros. Okay, how many levels am I above the rest of the party now? Because it's got to be something ridiculous. I'm 41, 34, 32, 34, 32, right? Like, I'm 7 levels above the next closest person. Like, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid. Triesto. Cannot be used here, really? Okay, I'll walk outside of the room and cast it. Hey look, I'm out of the dungeon. I still gotta say, the item version of that in Persona 4 has one of the funniest item names in the Persona series, where they're called Goho, G-O-H-O hyphen M. So it's a Goho M, or, you know, a Go Home. It sends you back to the start of the dungeon. It's like, yeah, I see what you did there. These things reflect fire, don't they? Oops. Oh, there is still magic room reflect gun. Invite. Scared. Sing? Sure, I have a life stone. Persuade. Nope. Pontificate. Nope. Condescend. Sarcasm. There we go, sarcasm worked. Bribe. Spell card. Got it, and spell card. God, that recruitment system sucks. And it only sucks because it's like, hey, you want to recruit a demon? Like, oh, I already got that up on me. It's like, hey, you want to recruit this demon? Pick one of the 4 options across each of your 5 characters. They're all unique and do different things, so arbitrarily pick the correct option out of the 20 different choices you've got and get it right, otherwise you fail to recruit the demon. It's like, who thought this was a good idea? Because that seems excessive to me. Go back on. Alright, let's get Ilyanka back on there. Trying to level that up. How much do I have left of P1 anyways? I've never played this game before, so I do not know. Taunt? Fine. Ladder. Fringe? Nope. Fair? Yeah. Look, I will say, when I looked up the stuff about it, and it was like, oh, you've messed up, you've locked into the bad ending. I was like, well, how much more of the game do I have to play? Like, is it worth, like, am I closer to the beginning than to the end? And should I go back and, like, try and unlock it sort of thing? And then I went and looked into it, and it's like, no. The point you're at, you have, like, 2 dungeons left to go. How far those dungeons are apart, couldn't tell you, but I've only got, like, 2 dungeons left to go. And that's not counting the castle. I just finished that. It said you had like 3 dungeons left. It's the next time you fight Kandori. That's the last part of the bad ending, which would be good news. Yeah. So gotta go and do. I'm gonna assume it's the Haunted Mansion, and then we get back to the real world and get to go to the castle he's made in the real world, and then fight him there, and that'll be the end of it. I'm assuming that when you beat him in the castle, it's like, oh no, there's some greater evil behind the scenes, like most of these games do. Anyway. I am gonna have to wrap it up there, because I've got another big day of questing ahead tomorrow. Much as I'd like to continue onwards. There's actually the Haunted Mansion here. No, I probably don't have time to do that dungeon. I was like, do I have time to do the Haunted Mansion? I don't. I just think about it, I'm like, it's probably long. That last dungeon was pretty long. Alright, hang on, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna move us over to my room and go and take a quick bathroom break. We'll come back and we'll find someone to rate. So don't go now. I will be right back. Oh, didn't mute my mic. I'm back. That's the wrong one. That's all. That's enough. All right. Alrighty. Thank you. Hope people had fun. Look, I won't lie. Start of the stream, I was kind of like really dissing Persona 1 because I mean, like I said, it's got some pretty serious design flaws. I still think it's a fun game. I think you can see a lot of where they were going with the Persona series from it, and so I think once we get through this one, I actually get to try Persona 2, which is the other ones that I haven't played in the series. Like I played 3, 4, and 5, but I haven't played one or either of the two halves of Persona 2, so it'll be interesting to sort of see where those go. I really consider you should be asleep for 8 of those hours. Yeah, 11 hours is not that long away when you sleep for 8 of them. But I just want to say thank you again to all of the raiders. I know a few of you are still hanging around and chatting, but I also appreciate anyone who came on through with Phase Raid and was lurking there. It's always lovely to have more people around and just hanging out, whether you be chatting or lurking or anything like that. It's always lovely to have people around. And no worries, Kyle. Always happy to be here and have a good time and stream some stuff. And now we need to go and find somebody to raid. I see a couple of fun options here. Some people I don't always get a chance to raid, so a bit less typical there. Let's just check what this person is doing on stream. Who do we raid? That's the question. I was gonna be like, I should check and see if there's anybody streaming Persona. We could keep the Persona train rolling, but I doubt that I play Persona 1 on Twitch right now. You know what? Persona. Exactly. Alright. Just me for Persona 1? Of course. Like I said, I would be shocked if there was anyone else streaming Persona 1 right now. Healthy saving for complete 8 hours. Look, Kai is saying he should be sleeping for 8 hours. It doesn't mean he's going to. He's just saying he should. You know... I get you, Kai. It's fine. You know what? Let's do it. Let's send the love on over to somebody I don't get to raid into too often. So we'll get the raid message up there if you're a sub, or you want to pay 200 channel points, you can to unlock the RSK heart emote there. That'll drop those lovely heart emotes on me for the raid message there. Feel free to add as many of the Avros raids to your message as you feel like. I usually go 1 or 2 in a single message. We will go ahead. Yeah, because I've got unlock pick an emote to unlock for anyone who's the sub for 200 points. You can grab the hearts as well for that. Yeah, exactly, Kai. We're gonna go and raid someone who's here quite often, but I don't always get to raid into that drops by, and we're gonna send a raid on over to the lovely Raumans, who was here earlier. Who is doing a Elden Ring item randomizer run, so we'll send some fun on over there. No worries, Scots. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you had fun. Hope everyone had fun with the stream. I will be back again tomorrow night, same time as per usual. We will be back probably at the end of Persona 1. It is what I have on the schedule. I was like, I don't know, I might change my mind tomorrow and do something a bit different. But considering we're so close to the end now, I might just wrap it up so we can move on to Persona 2 next week and start with... Is it Eternal Punishment or Innocent Sin? I can never remember which one of the 2 Persona 2 games is first. I don't know why Persona 2 is 2 games. It's a duology. It's weird. I'm going to do some reading into it so I can explain why on stream at some point. Why there are 2 games, if there is a reason for it, because I think that'll be interesting. But, yeah. Alright. That's going to be it from me. You've all been wonderful. I've been Avros Kargath. Hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time it is for you in this wonderful world of ours. But that's going to be it for me, and I'll see you next time. Otsavi.